Hey YouTube, we've got a gnarly old pine to bring down. It's a very high hazard tree. I'll show you here. As you can see, I just got the ladder there. There's a couple bottom pieces that I wanted to reach. But you can see here, so the problem is power line right there, hydro line, and that there's a high voltage. I think that's a 10,000 volt one there. And then we've got these cross lines going there over the houses, and they are all 240. And then we've got on the other side transformer, all this high voltage stuff going on. And then, as you can see, we've got a huge lean. If you follow that tree up, there's my ground crew over there.
Crew of one.
That's my wife. And you can see this lean, huge lean, all up that tree. And it's up there about, I don't know, probably 70 feet in the air. So the goal, the plan, I guess, what we're going to try to do is we're just trying to get this stuff, the lower stuff, just out of the way, because, you know, we're not contending with level ground. I don't know if you can make this out on the video or on the camera, but there is a ditch and a side hill right here. And so the problem is that the ground stone level to start with, that the tree just kind of grew really weird, so it's tough getting up into it. The only place we got to drop stuff is, let me show you here. This is the neighbor's garage right there. Yeah, so you can see no room for error there. And again, the ladder's come down. I just used that for just a couple pieces that were caught up here in the bottom that the wind had broke off. Then we'll climb up there and try to rig those limbs down somehow. But the only drop zone I have is right here. This little area about 10 feet wide between the side of the garage and the high power line there. So we're going to try to see what we can get dropped down in there. All the tops, we're going to have to speed line them or rig them or something. All the limbs down into this area right here, and go from there. So, and then we've got this dead piece here. I've got that pretty well pruned up now. We're going to take it down, and then I've got a cedar right here, right by the power line, and a pine right there by the power line. So yeah, so this is probably going to be the most dangerous tree probably I've ever taken down when it comes to high voltage. I've taken stuff down pretty close to power lines, but never like it's going right clean under it. And so I've got to be very deliberate in everything I do. I can't have anything that's going to arc the voltage from the high voltage wire over to me. I've got to have everything grounded, insulated, just a lot of things. This is the high risk part of the job that drives the price up. But again, if you're doing this, don't be afraid to put, you know, a good dollar on high risk work. Every other industry gets paid for the risk factor. So, you know, cutting trees down, being an arborist is one of the most dangerous jobs there is. So again, do it nice, be polite, explain it to the customer, and they'll be okay with it. But, you know, don't do it for nothing, because your work, your life, everything's worth a lot more than a tree. So, and if you can't do it, admit you can't do it. Get somebody else that can help you. So we're going to get at it. We're going to take down a dead stump here. You can see it right there. It goes all the way up. And because it's a little taller than the that high voltage wire, I'm not going to take a chance. Now I know some people, a lot of people probably, you know, they would just cut it, notch it, cut it, because it ain't tall. But up here where we're at in Canada, it gets so cold that these trees, they freeze and they get really brittle. And so if I want to remove 100% of any chance of that top going back onto those wires. Do I have confidence that I could cut it without a rope? I sure do. But it'll take me all of 2 minutes just to throw a loop around the top of that and rope it off over there. And then I remove one more thing that I would have to, think about. I can just, eliminate it ever going back by having that rope on it. So that's what we're going to do.
I got my 170 pounds against it.
So there's the cut. We opened it up good because we needed, it was a back lean. And there's the Holden wood. We had really good 2 inches there. So, but that dead wood, it just brittle, breaks. So we just took one cedar down. It was like a, I don't know, 12-inch across. And now we got this little pine. We're dropping it out there. And that'll clean all of this away from these high voltage lines. Then we'll just be left with this one tree here.
Woo! There you go, you two.
Yeah, she holds.
You're not supposed to be having that much fun. And there's the power lines. He's awful close to them. I don't really like it, but he is very careful and going very slow and cautious.
Gravity is faster than reflex.
Good job.
We got a rope attached way up there to the top of that, coming all the way down, and it is going to hook over here, and that top we're going to bring it right down and land it. Basically we're landing a top, to borrow August Honeyke's phrase, in a hallway.
Yes.
And when you're landing a pine top that's got a lot of growth on it into an area this big, we've got the garage, we've got all the lines, electrical lines,
We got
everything.
The wind. Look at the flag.
The wind, there's the flag blowing.
Yeah.
You can see the wind blowing. So I've got to do this perfectly. We're going to put a little pull on it to just guide the top, and it should land. It will land right down here in this little tiny area here in the back. We've probably got a 10-foot area. That's about it. So anyway, I'm going to get my climbing gear on, get everything ready. We've got all of our ropes in place now, and we're going to climb up. It's a tough climb at first because of that huge dog leg, and so it just pushes you out away from the tree. You can see how far, if you look at my green climbing rope, it's right there, and there's the base of the tree. So I'm about at least 5 feet out, and so what that tree is trying to do is I want to go straight up it, but it's trying to push me over here. And so I've got all these lines to contend with, all that. I got more lines there, and this. So yeah, here we go.
There's your thumbnail.
There we go.
Oh my Lord, I hope that's not a sign to
It's a thumbs up.
to the end result of this tree getting done.
Does he want the thumb back?
See, my hand was warm, my hand was cold, but my thumb was warm. So I cut the thumb off. But Lloyd's hands were warm,
Yeah.
but his thumb was cold.
Yeah.
So I gave him the
You
thumb.
gave him the thumb.
Hey, share. This is what you gotta
Share.
do.
Get up the tree. Take that, you miserable.
Good job. Good job, Dick.
That's the end of Eileen. Thank
That
the
was
Lord.
a challenge.
Eileen.
Biggest challenge I've ever had taking down a tree.
Yep. And you did it.
Yep, okay.